Kenny. Really excited here to be co-casting with Eric. Looking forward to watching some really awesome Dota.
Let's hope so. Let's hope so. So, relatively standard start here. We've seen all the kind of meta bans, the Tusk, the Slardar, the Doom. Nothing too horrendously surprising to open up here. Anything you're looking forward to, Kenny?
It's quite interesting, right? I mean, I think that they're definitely picking the kind of heroes that's taking advantage of both the meta, and I definitely predicted the Shadow Fiend pick. They also chose to go with Radiant first, so I mean, Radiant side for Shadow Fiend seems like a really good combination right now.
Easy to abuse the stacks
Yeah.
on the medium camp in mid lane, and
Absolutely.
no doubt Cambridge will be very happy with that pickup. It is Cambridge on the Radiant and King's College on the Dire with that lovely Wraith King's College pun, which I'm sure chat is no doubt enjoying right now. So, out of the first picks, as I said, this is pretty much the meta picks, right? Coming out of Frankfurt and Dream League, the healing supports, and then the easy new King mid heroes.
Yeah, I really like 6.85. I mean, compared to all the other previous patches, I think it really is a really versatile patch. You have so many possible heroes. I think it's such an awesome patch.
Yeah, and there's a lot of fighting going on, which is always good to watch. There's a lot of early ganks going on. Although with both teams already having the defensive support, we're probably going to see two defensive trilins coming out, unless something crazy happens. Occasionally we see Dazzle doing something more interesting, but likely.
Don't really get the AM ban though. Why did they ban it so early though?
I'm not sure. It's generally not considered a great pick right now. I'm pretty sure Moon Meander in one of his post-game interviews at Frankfurt flamed the EG anti-mage pick big time, but maybe they know something about Cambridge. Maybe Cambridge have a great anti-mage player. Who knows? But
yeah, quite interesting though. I mean, that banning it out so early, it's not immediately obvious that AM is countering anything on either side. So
yep, they might be building up to some clever pick that we could not foresee. I don't know. We'll see. I guess
one
we'll
thing
see.
I do like about these two teams is that they're definitely getting through the ban pick pretty quickly. So it seems like they definitely prepared something.
Yep, no reserve time used at all so far. KCL were very close to getting a penalty for their final player joining, Mr. Shad1337, but just about dodged it. But seems they didn't need their bonus time anyway because they're so on point.
So the Ember ban is probably because he thinks that matches well against the Shadow Fiend, right?
Yeah, I mean it's not bad against Shadow Fiend. I think Ember is just generally pretty strong, isn't he? Really. He's also pretty annoying with Dazzle because it becomes awkward hiding on the back lines when everyone's constantly getting cut down. And an ogre pick for Cambridge. That's pretty unusual these days. Any thoughts on that?
Probably just to shut down. Just probably needed a stun, something versatile. Probably just wanted something that could. I mean, it's pretty versatile for general, right? And they don't really have a stun right now, so probably that's what I'm guessing. But
yep,
I don't
definitely.
know.
It's
not
also really nice
clear.
to just buff up Shadow Fiend. Everyone loves the Shadow Fiend with Dazzle plus armor, plus attack speed. Once he's got a medallion on top of him as well, he's probably just gonna get pretty messy.
I like the Juggernaut.
Yeah,
I think Juggernaut's a good pick right now.
Definitely. Really hard to grave in team fights against Juggernaut once he's bouncing around everyone. You don't know. The RNG bounces make it a bit confusing. Are we hoping for a Meepo? I mean, Cambridge's team name is 5 Meepos 1 Cup. Do we believe it's going to happen? We did see a Meepo in the final of the last GameBritannia tournament. We saw Meepo take the finals by storm. So
is Meepo good against Winter Wyvern?
No, it's absolutely
shut them down.
It's absolutely horrible against Wyvern, but
exactly right. It's pretty easy to shut them down with the Wyvern. So
yeah, but it's just so fun. I always dream of the Meepo and it never happens.
Okay, I like the Wraith King pick.
Yeah, I like it a lot. This is looking like a very solid lineup. I'm already leaning towards Cambridge, but I want to believe in Kings as we met some other players previously.
Right.
Rumors in chat that there's going to be a stomp occurring as well, so some inside info there potentially. Right.
So Eric, when you're doing your ban picks, do you usually focus on getting the right supports first, or do you focus on the cores?
Well, this patch I think is almost pretty much everyone is massively leaning on the early supports because it is pretty much the Dazzle and the Wyvern which are like so contested.
Okay.
I think we saw OG first picking Wyvern and Dazzle with their first 2 picks because they think they're so strong. But
do you think King's College gonna run the tri-lane, offensive tri-lane, and get Duxier to just solo on the off lane? Probably easiest, right?
I think the Wraith King. I did definitely think that we were just going to see the 2 defensive tri-lanes, but the Wraith King could potentially be aggressive. I know that when Secret pick Wraith King, I think they do dual lanes, don't they? I think
so. Yeah.
So maybe they're going to go down that line as well, but we will see. We will see soon enough, I guess.
Okay, the Lich Ben.
Yep.
Just let me guess.
I guess that also suggests that they are going to do the defensive tri-lane because nothing messes that up like a Lich.
Yeah.
10 seconds.
So both teams are. So okay. That. Cambridge is missing an off lane, bro. So probably a ban on Phoenix.
Yeah, Phoenix is definitely a possibility and has been getting picked up a lot during Dream League, I think. So Phoenix is certainly an option. What else could they go for? Earthshaker is definitely a great ban, actually.
That's a great ban.
We probably should have thought of that one, could argue.
Yeah, that's a great ban.
And the final pick from Cambridge coming out now. So let's see. If they are going to pick off lane, maybe they're going to do some kind of crazy dual lane situation, but we are about to find out.
Let's see. What would I pick?
What would you pick, Kenny? Is it Kotl? Would you just pick Kotl in any situation?
I'll pick Kotl. No, I'm kidding. I think Phoenix is a good pick here. That's what I think.
Yeah, Phoenix is pretty nice. It's nice against Juggernaut as well.
Yeah, we can zone them out. I think that's a pretty good pick right now.
Yeah. They also probably want to avoid picking any more melee heroes against Darkseer, so...
Difficult hero to play though, but that's just me because I suck, but...
Yeah, I mean, we can only hope that... I did have a little snoop around on Cambridge's player profiles earlier, and they looked like they were pretty reasonable, so I imagine they have someone who's capable of playing Phoenix, but we will find out shortly, I suppose.
My bet's on Phoenix, and what's your bet?
I don't know. I'm worried that you've now put Phoenix so much into my head that I can't even think anymore. All I can think, all that's going around is Phoenix. I don't know what's fun. Phoenix is kind of fun as well. Let's see a Timbersaw. That would be entertaining. Wow, that's one that we definitely did not expect. So I guess.
But that's a really greedy pick.
Yeah, maybe this is going to be a aggro tri-lane for Cambridge with Wraith King, Ogre, Dazzle, and then a solo Necro against the Darkseer.
Yeah, I think you're probably right. Yeah.
I think Necro versus Darkseer is pretty good because you can just spam your the heal to keep the lane how you like it, which is really nice against the Iron Shell.
The Iron Shells. So yeah, that's a pretty good pick. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, the only worry is that that's going to be really easy for Kings to tell what Cambridge are planning. So maybe they will they'll send the Darkseer solo top maybe instead to dodge that situation, but we will see.
Yeah. Okay. That'll be pretty interesting. So I think for King's College right now,
they need another support, and but maybe they will.
Disruptor? How about Disruptor?
Disruptor is definitely Disruptor's nice, but do they want to obviously? I think they might need a more reliable stun than the send back.
Imagine how sick it is, right? Disruptor out plus Duxier out plus Winter Wyvern out plus.
Yeah, they've definitely got the wombo combo.
Yeah, that's one sick ult, right?
It is.
One wombo combo.
I'm just worried about the stuns for them. When Wraith King is just charging at them, Wraith King and Shadow Fiend frontlining, running at them. Sure, you can send one back, but he's only going to make his way back in. We'll see.
True.
I did see, I think for the first time I've ever seen it, I saw someone build Aghanims on Wraith King earlier. Have you ever seen that in action?
Aghanims on Wraith King, what's the point?
Well, it's
for the shorter cooldown?
No. There's this new thing where when your allies die, they keep living for 7 seconds or something. I'm unconvinced. And the final pick is Wish. I think that's a more legit pick.
That's a great pick as well.
Okay, so the players are picking up their heroes, and we're going to move into the game. Game 1 of Cambridge versus Kings in the first round of the Heritage.
Yeah. So, which team are you leaning towards, Eric?
I was massively leaning towards Cambridge, but I'm a little bit worried about this Necrophos pick. It's pretty out there, and I think if Kings do read the lanes well, I think if Kings don't have someone solo against Necro, then this could be in King's favor.
Yeah, I think Kings is a lot more team fight potential, right? I think the combination of like Darkseer, Witch Doctor, and Wyvern's going to be pretty sick. So
yeah, they've got great team fight, but the pick
fight.
Off on Cambridge is still really good with Ogre and Wraith King just running in.
Cool.
Okay, so we are underway in game 1. And I will introduce the players of the Radiant, I guess. On Wraith King, we have King Fisher. On Shadow Fiend, we have, oh no, Chinese names. Can you read that for us, Kenny? You got this?
I'm trying to. Well, I'm probably not gonna do a good job on that. So
you're gonna do better than me, right?
Jiangnan Wu Yanzu.
Okay.
So that's on the QOP.
What should I call him? Should I call him TT? It looks like he has 2 T's.
We'll call him the Queen then.
We'll call him the Queen. Okay.
Yeah.
On Dazzle we have 5-7. On Necro we have Diz Luffy, and finally on Ogre we have Burge. And do you want to introduce the players of the die?
Yeah, so on the Ogre, playing Ogre is Birch. The Dazzle, we have 5-7. That looks a really interesting name. On the Wraith King, we have this Kingfish Herba. Necrophos, we have this Luffy. Very cool. And now there's a Korean name, which I definitely cannot name, so we'll just call him the Shadow Fiend.
Okay, and we have some action breaking out here. Jukebox has been caught out in the die jungle and gone down. Very fast first blood for the Radiant.
Very fast first blood there.
And they're going to be very happy to get that on Wraith King as well. That bodes very well if they are going to go for the aggro tri-lane, which I think it's pretty safe to say that they are.
Very nice. So that's going to be aggro tri-lane.
Yep, definitely. And we are seeing the Necro rotate bottom, so it is going to be the Necro Darkseer matchup. So I don't know. That's the matchup I said they needed to avoid because I think Necro is going to win it. So the early game looking pretty promising for Cambridge right now.
Yeah, I am really keen to see what King's going to do on the top lane. Very cool.
Yeah, I mean, once they get a few levels up with Witch Doctor and Wyvern, maybe it's a little bit more even, but I think the level kind of 1 to 3 team fight of Cambridge on this top lane is just crazy strong.
Right. And I have a little problem with the sound. Let me come back on again.
Yeah, sure, no worries. So, let's have a look at how bottom's going. As expected, the Necro Darkseer lane. Necro has gone for the points in the heal. In the very early levels, he's probably going to struggle a little bit because he's not going to be able to push out with heal. But as soon as he's maybe level 5 and he has the level 3 heal, that's going to be no problem. A little skirmish breaking out on the top lane, but Wyvern walking away. And wow, the strong early levels of the Radiant really pretty evident here as they force back Wyvern and Gyro. I guess we're gonna expect to see the Wraith King just rushing Treads and Blink and just going on a kind of rampage. I do really like the Blade Mail build for him, but I expect he will go the Blink first. In mid lane, Shadow Fiend has got a few early last hits to get his souls up, but we definitely expect Queen to kind of win the very early game until Shadow Fiend gets into that kind of level 5 area when he's got 3 in raises. But to be honest, this is not quite as stompy as it probably should be. Shadow Fiend should not have 8 souls, and Queen should definitely have more than 4 last hits at 2 minutes. So that's very promising for, I think Kenny said I should call Shadow Fiend Queen? I hope. Very promising for Cambridge anyways. So I think pretty much the only action we're going to see is in top lane. I mean, I keep looking bottom in the hope that we're going to see something happen, but I think top lane is pretty safe to say that this is going to be that action lane. Since the first blood, KCL have managed to avoid any further action, which is really good for them. I think as long as they don't die top, they're going to be very happy with how things are going. as soon as, yeah, I mean, they're already getting to level 2 and 3 on the supports, so it's going to become a lot harder for them to, for Cambridge to get any kills once these levels get up. They are going in for a bit of harass on the Wyvern. Everyone hates this skill, I'm pretty sure. And, yeah. Queen has caught up a little bit mid, but that scary thing about Shadow Fiend, he's already getting his stacks off, and it's only a matter of time until he gets disgustingly farmed. Wyvern goes down top, and the fight is continuing. Oh, Ogre tanking so much damage using his wand and just the natural regen, but Wraith King went down as well on the back line. I missed that one. So, Kings are actually going to be, I don't know, they're going to be semi-okay with that, I guess. As long as they don't fall behind top, I guess it's recoverable, but...
Alright, Eric, I'm back.
Okay, welcome back, Kenny.
Okay.
You missed a little bit of a skirmish top where they traded 2 for 2, including both carries, but other than that, not too much is going down. Queen secures top rune. Wow, I guess if the name of Shadow Fiend is Queen, then having a Queen of Pain in the game isn't going to help things.
I mean, usually you're gonna expect that Shadow Fiend's gonna dominate the 1v1, you know, as you get towards the late game, right?
Yeah, definitely. And we are seeing a smoke here from the Dire.
Yeah.
Jukebox and Giraffe rotating. Are they going to go mid? Yep. So is Shadow Fiend going to be able to dodge this one? They are going to walk into Ogre. Really good timing on his rotation, which may save Shadow Fiend's life. Queen's gone down.
That's it.
Shadow Fiend is low though. I guess if they get something out of this, they'll be happy. The 1-for-1. So that's a lot of XP onto Dire supports, which is exactly what they need to be able to contest top. But the fact that they rotated 2 and Cambridge only rotated 1 is probably means that Queen of Pain isn't the happiest right now. Bottom, I don't know if you're looking at last hits, but
yeah.
Necro is insanely far ahead of Darkseer.
Wow.
I mean, we did expect this lane. This is exactly what we said that KCL should try and avoid, the 1v1 matchup against the Necro, but I didn't expect him to get this far ahead so quickly. I expected it to be pretty even until Necro got to this kind of level, but he is miles ahead, and he is going to be really happy. He is going to go for the Midas, which is pretty scary, so he is going to be so fat. What build do you like on Necro? Because I am very partial to the Blink Dagon build.
I'm not that great, so I'll just probably go for Bloodstone anyway. I think that's like the easiest build, right? Just go for Bloodstone and try to just snowball your way through, right? But
yep.
I don't know.
Wraith King goes down top, but Juggernaut is picked up on the back line, and wow. Honestly, nice Ogre Magi, what a hero. RNG master. No more stuns, so Wyvern does do a clever TPM.
Oh, I hate Ogre, man. That's the hero I hate the most to face up against.
He just casually walks in, kills Juggernaut with a nuke, comes and clubs down Witch Doctor. And there was a really nice grave there from 5-7 on Dazzle, which dragged that fight out long enough for Ogre to turn up and kill everyone.
Okay, so Shadow Fiend's getting his some farm on the jungle.
Yeah.
Not stacked though, so.
No, I think he did have a stack on the medium camp, which he's just cleared out first.
I see.
He is. I mean, if we look at the last hits, I think Cambridge are going to be very happy with the situation right now.
Oh yeah.
Necro and Shadow Fiend are absolutely miles ahead of the competition. Queen has blink forwards. This is really aggressive, and I mean, I don't want to flame Shadow Fiend, but I think he probably should have used his wand charges there, and he would have got the kill.
Well, so Cambridge is up to already like a 3,000, well, okay, 2,500 goal advantage, so that's really quick. That's really good. They're really doing well in their lanes right now.
Yep, definitely. But that Queen, I mean, obviously Queen's going to be really happy with that kill, but I'm pretty sure it shouldn't have happened because Shadow Fiend sat on a casual 5 wand charges. But
so they rotated Darkseer to the top. Interesting.
Yep, and they're going on Riffing here, who's probably going to go down. He isn't level 6. Do we have a Shallow Grave? No, apparently we do not have a Shallow Grave.
Well, so Necrophos just put him in the grave for another 30 seconds. So now it's out for 43 seconds. Jug is out for 43 seconds, so
yep.
not looking good.
while Jug died bottom. Two deaths for Cambridge top though, so
Yeah.
overall a semi-reasonable trade for Kings, and I don't know, is the rotation paying off? They lost the Jug, but the Darkseid did make a few things happen.
I mean, this game a lot's gonna rest on how well, how big Jug's gonna get, right? I mean, you're going up against a Wraith King and a Shadow Fiend. The Jug really strong in the late game, so
I think in the late game, Kings are, I don't know. I guess if Darkseid gets big walls off, then they're fine, but otherwise Kings are in trouble in the late game, I think.
Yeah.
Against the Shadow Fiend, Necro, Wraith King, that's just no fun for anyone.
Oh, yeah, I forgot totally about the Necro late game.
Yeah, and I mean,
scary, man.
Necro is gonna be very scary. He's gonna have the
Like, you just delete a hero out of the game, right? Oh,
Yep.
Okay. Wraith's dead.
Wraith King has already died 4 times at 8 minutes. I can't...
Nice rotation.
Yeah. Queen abusing the double damage room. Are they gonna try and convert this into a push?
Probably want to, right?
They do indeed. Going aggressive onto the ogre here. Dazzle is here to try and grave him. Very early grave, which cost Dazzle his life.
Nice ult.
TP in
Very
from the
aggressive.
Necro. I think, yep, too early on the ult from Necro. Does still clean up with the kill. Oh, Necro walks away so low and does... Wow. I guess we just saw the effect.
Too aggressive, just way too aggressive there. But I think they needed that. They really needed the aggression there.
They did, but I think they should have just settled for the tower rather than running like crazy into a Necrophos, because yeah, the super farmed level 10 Necrophos is not probably the dream to run into, especially now that he's got mech. I think Diz Luffy is pretty terrifying right now.
So is that a 70-second cooldown the scythe?
It is 100 for now, but it will be 70 once it's maxed out.
Okay.
And I definitely wouldn't be too surprised to see the Aghanims come out as well, because that is really nice. They're going on Juggernaut here, the 2 defensive TPs from Adaya, and everyone's going to walk away happily.
Okay, Queen's rotating back to the top.
Yep. And the Radiant do not spot this out with the ward. The mech goes off. Diz Luffy so tanky.
Yeah. Doesn't die, yeah.
But Queen has arrived, and here's the Darkseid TP, so this is going to be a 5... Okay, Darkseid cancels. So it's 4v4 with Queen waiting to blink in. And now it's the Radiant's turn to dive. Can they get away with it though?
7 minutes in, we have 21 kills.
Wow.
22 kills.
22 indeed. So
22 kills.
the Radiant demonstrate to Kings that it is fine to dive behind your T1. You just need a Necro just to tank everything up. And another nice grave from Dazzle there against the Queen ultimate.
Yeah, definitely.
And meanwhile...
22 kills.
Meanwhile...
So we're getting like 2 kills a minute. That's insane.
Yeah.
That's insane.
I mean, we do have a very aggressive lineup from Kings with the Ogre and Wraith King. And while this goes on, Shadow Fiend casually takes the bottom tower. And he's already got a Sanj, so we're looking for the Sanj and Yasha from him.
Wow. 8,000 goal lead right now.
Yeah, I'm not sure I even want to open it and have a look, because it's a bit depressing.
Pretty scary. Yeah, pretty scary.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Queen...
What would you do now, Eric, if you're King's College?
Kings, they really need to get some farm up on Juggernaut, and then I think they want to try and steal Roche. They want to try and smoke Roche on Juggernaut. Obviously, he's really good at taking it, just put the ward out and quickly bring it down, so...
But I'm really concerned that they're basically losing all map control, right now.
They are.
So early.
Oh, and Queen is about to walk into 4 here. There comes the double stuns, and she is dead. And as you said, no map control and dead Queen.
No map control, and it's only 12 minutes in. That's really, really worrying. They've already lost all their outer towers, so pretty scary.
Yeah, very scary. And as I said, the comeback mechanic that Kings needed was Roche, and we are now watching Cambridge take that away.
Yeah.
With a double damage on Shadow Fiend.
Any smokes coming up?
Yeah, I mean they do have they have really good team fight, but their pick-off potential isn't incredible. I mean, it's okay. They can drop down the Wyvern and Witch Doctor ult and get a kill, but that's a lot to commit for one kill. Whereas the pick-off potential of the Radiant is just so strong with Ogre and Wraith King.
And Shadow Fiend as well.
Yeah. So, I mean, they can try and smoke, but they're going to have to drop so much for one kill that they're going to end up just losing even more map control. I don't know,
Yeah,
they're in a
Cambridge-
really bad position right now.
Cambridge is still marching on.
Yeah.
I think they really want to like take it as tier 2 right now. They really want the tier 2.
Yeah, I mean, they've got Aegis, they've got Mech, and they have the ult on Wraith King. Like, they're not getting stopped right now, and they know it, and they're just going to take advantage.
Necro has a mech. Oh my god.
Yeah, Necro, not only does he have a mech, but he's well on his way to Aghanims.
Oh my god. Blade Mail's up on Wraith King.
Yep.
The Shadow Fiends. He's going Sanch and Yasha.
That Necro Darkseer face-off has just cost Kings so much. So Kings have to give up mid tower. I think they're gonna have to give up bottom tower as well. And while this is going on, Juggernaut is trying to farm for his life. He's aiming for that 15 minutes phase boots. Oh god, this is not, it's not the dream, is it?
Do you think he's gonna go for Battle Fury after this, or
I think,
would that be just too greedy?
I think I'm sure he wants a Battle Fury, but I think if he by the time he's finished Battle Fury, they're going to have lost the game.
The Shadow Fiend's gonna go for Sanch and Yasha, and after that, okay, so actually he has his Sanch and Yasha, so what, BKB after this?
Yeah, I think they're going to go VKB. I think they're going to be. This game could easily be over by 25 minutes because.
Yeah, I mean, once Shadow Fiend gets his BKB, they do a 5-man push.
Yep. Cambridge are not messing around. They've got the early lead and they're looking to convert it.
Yep.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And there's no way that
Radiant's
Kings are going to
middle
contest
tower
bottom
is
tower.
under attack.
Wraith King does find Juggernaut.
Wow, Queen basically has had no farm at all.
Radiant structures.
There's still 3,000 go away from Aghanim, so
Middle tower is under
BKB right now for Shadow Fiend, basically nothing can kill him. Nothing can kill the Shadow Fiend right now.
Yep.
Dire's bottom tower.
Especially with a mech and Necro on top. Oh my god, it's so
Yeah.
scary. So let's think, like, how King's going to get back in. We're being a bit negative, Kenny. You know, maybe we should.
I don't know. I mean, No Tail said. I mean, No Tail had a similar situation, and when it was asked, and he said that just smoke and get a kill. But I'm not sure, man. I really don't know. I
mean, I guess the hope they have is if they get a really nice Wyvern ult on Necro, then maybe there's hope. Because Shadow Fiend and Wraith King will kill Necro pretty fast, and then maybe once he's down, there's a chance of them winning the fight. If they remove all
The
the heal.
13,000 goal lead right now. Less than 16 minutes in.
Oh wow. The Blade Mail on Wraith King, making Wyvern not feel the happiest right now.
It's tough. This is gonna be tough.
Yep. It is, but there's a big item pickup for Kings, the mech on Darkseer.
Okay.
It's not quite the same as the Heal Master Necro, but it's something.
Interesting that. So what's next? Blink Dagger
For Wraith King?
for Darkseer.
For Darkseer, I think so. Because so much depends on the big vacuum into Wyvern ult combo.
The Wraith King is probably gonna go for an armlet, right?
Probably, but I also wouldn't be surprised to see a Blink.
Okay.
The
Just
initial,
go straight for the blink. Yeah.
I think in a more even game, Armlet will be better, but I think seeing as they're ahead, the Blink just offers a lot more pick-off potential.
Yeah.
Darkseer in trouble
agree.
here, does have the mech, but dies before he can even get it off. And Cambridge are going to come and finish off this top tower.
Shadow Fiend's hitting for 300 a pop right now.
Yeah, Shadow
300 damage a
Fiend
pop.
is pretty damn scary.
Yeah.
I don't
18 minutes in. He's halfway through with his BKB.
Yep. Juggernaut has not gone for the Battle Fury as we recommended. He's going to go for Mask of Madness, I believe, which is probably the most cost-efficient item he can get right now in terms of farming speed.
Yeah, but then that would mean, I mean, a Master Madness for Jug right now in the team fight is not going to be really useful, right?
Yeah, he's going to die fast, whatever, right? But it just means if he does get a chance, he'll deal a bit more damage, and it's going to increase his farming speed.
Okay, let's watch top lane.
Yep, of course.
They're going to push in.
Okay. Don't know if you got a lag spike as well, but I just got a weird spike there. But not sure what that Darkseer wall was up to.
Radiant's middle tower is
Right,
under attack.
yeah.
I mean, obviously it's very defensive, but I'm pretty sure the Radiant had already walked away before that wall even went down. But you know,
Radiant's middle tower has
forgive
been
and forget, I
devoured.
guess. Forgive and forget.
Okay. It'll be interesting. Okay. I'm just keep watching Shadow Fiend's item progressions, right? And it's really scary. 2500 gold right now. Very, very close to getting his BKB.
Yep. And as you said, once he gets it, I'm pretty sure he just casually walks up to the racks and kills it.
Yeah, there's nothing that can stop BKB right now on a Shadow Fiend. Nothing.
And he doesn't even need to be really worried about pressing it early or anything, because he's always got the heals from Necro to rely on.
I mean, the one thing can hope for is that just some sick Wyvern ult, right? Just some sick Winter's Curse on Shadow Fiend, and you know.
Do you believe in the combo, Kenny? Is it going to happen?
And Brave King just crit the hell out of the Shadow Fiend. That's what you're gonna pray for.
Yep. I don't know, I think maybe using the Wyvern ult on the Necro would be better, but obviously it's a lot harder to get it off on the ranged hero, as he'll likely be stood back.
Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah.
But I think Necro is definitely the dream kill. Necro has picked up the blink, which is something I'm a big fan of. Just to appear on top of someone.
With a Dagon?
I love the Dagon build. It's so much fun.
Dagon,
It is so much fun.
That's pretty fun.
I wouldn't be surprised to see him build it after Aghanims, to be honest. If the game is still going at point, which, you know, we hope it will be.
Brave King. Alright, yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. He got a blink.
Yeah, I think it just offers them so much in terms of pick-off potential.
Yeah.
And
This is
here we
so
go,
far
there's an
ahead anyway.
attempt to gank top on Juggernaut. Necro does use the ult to cancel the TP, but is it going to pay off? Oh,
Doesn't die, man.
yeah. I mean, if he
Necro
got a few
doesn't die.
crits, if Jug got a few crits, maybe he would have got a kill there. But without them, Necro is just going to suddenly find himself at full HP, spamming off the heals. But, you
Necro
know,
has a BOT.
yep.
Check that out.
Yeah. I mean, and Necro had pretty much free farm from the start of the game, and he's now got 5 kills on top of that, so he's definitely in a happy situation right now. The Dire do have vision on where Necro's farming though, so potentially they're going to go for a pick off here.
That was such a clever pick, right? I mean, on hindsight, obviously there's a lot of hindsight bias, but that was such a clever pick. It really counters the Darkseer. That,
It does, yeah. I am disappointed that KCL didn't instantly react and switch lanes, but
You think there's a new meta? But maybe every team should be thinking about Necrophos as a good counter against the Darkseer.
as I say, like, it is an amazing lane, but I think most people would have just swapped straight away.
Yeah.
Or, because even running dual lanes, if Kings even changed to dual lanes, they could have just happily just maybe got XP on the Jug and then tried to zone out the Necro.
So it looks like the Queen is really going for Aghanims. Still quite a way. Oh, it's about 800 off. Not that far.
Very nice reaction speed from Juggernaut there, saving himself. And Necro is getting pinged by his team for that highly questionable play, and I have to agree. Burge is pinging away, and I'm inclined to say, you're right, Burge. What the hell was that? I don't know if you noticed, but Necro altered a Wraith King illusion instead of the Darkseer.
It's alright. I mean, when you're like 16,000 up, it's okay. I think it's okay.
It's okay, but it's not ideal, right? You don't want to see these plays coming up. You expect better.
Well, you know, if I'm Necro, I'll tell him, guys, chill, man, chill.
Yeah.
I got a BOT, chill.
Yeah, true. But you know, it'd be nice to have Darkseer down for another 30 seconds. 1 and a little bit minutes. 1 and a little bit. 1 minute and like 10 seconds or something until Roshan respawns, and I guess that's the time that Cambridge are waiting for the next.
The Necrophos is 800 off from his Aghanims. So, you think that was scary? Now watch a Necrophos with an Aghanims. That's really scary.
Yep.
Dire's middle
I think that
tower has
Necro
been
is definitely the ideal pick-off target for Kings, but whether or not they can get a pick-off is a whole another question. Juggernaut on a slightly questionable little trip here, and he explodes.
Wow.
Yeah. That
Just
was
had no space to farm.
he
He
doesn't
needed that
know.
space.
I mean, we
He
can't.
had no choice, but
He did kind of have a choice. I mean, he literally just saw, just walked into the. Who was it? It was the Ogre and the Dazzle. So he kind of knew
Right.
that the Radiant were around. But
yeah, absolutely right. Yeah.
you know, I won't hate too much. Mistakes.
Good news. Queen has her Aghanim's.
Yep. And I'm sure that she would probably have rather gone for the Orchid build versus a Necro, but Aghanims is just too good for base defense, and base defense is definitely what they need right now. Or if not right now, then in the near future.
So that was probably a waste of money anyway, a waste of gold because Shadow Fiend has decided to skip the BKB.
Oh, nice. And he's going to go straight for the butterfly.
Yeah, but the butterfly.
It's nice
So
against
now you
Young.
actually need, now you actually need physical.
Yep. I guess maybe the thinking there is that right now Necro can keep him alive through the nukes anyway.
Yeah.
The BKB will then be, if he eventually buys it, he'll then have it at the full 10 seconds.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I like that thinking actually.
But it just means that the Queen has basically wasted the 4200 gold, right?
I'm not sure because the other thing that the Aghanims does offer is really good base defense because you can, with the reduced
Oh yeah,
cooldown.
because you can clear a wave every minute.
Yeah. So maybe that's what they were thinking, and it can be useful because they are going to need to defend their base. That is for sure.
Holy,
Oh wow! Completely missed the kill on Wyvern, who died to the Necro.
Well, that's a minute out of the game. Oh, look at Jug's gonna die.
Yeah, I think this is a bonus kill on the Jug, and Necro continues to be terrifying. There's not too much more to be said about that than terrifying.
Yeah, I don't really know what else they could do right now. They
Go next
really
game, I
nothing
think.
much. Yeah.
And then maybe they're
Really
just
nothing
chatting
much they
like,
could do.
let's ban Necro guys, or let's not let that lane happen at least.
Probably ban Shadow Fiend, right? I mean, this Shadow Fiend is really good player. He's playing really well.
Yeah, he is walking through the
His
base.
razors were always on point. And we haven't even seen the Requiem, right?
I cannot remember seeing a single Requiem in this game. He started channeling it earlier top, but then
Yeah.
they got the kills before they even needed it.
Yeah.
And
It's over.
I'm pretty sure this is GG.
Yeah.
We never saw the blink come out on the Darkseer, so we're not going to see the blink vacuum Wyvern ult. So,
Yeah.
is there any hope?
I don't think so. I think Necrophos was just a really good pick against Darkseer. They should have changed up their lanes a bit earlier. But and you know, Jug just didn't get a good game, right? He really needed a farm.
Yep.
But yeah, I think it's basically GG.
Yep, I agree. This is a best of 3 though, guys, so Kings will have a chance to redeem himself, but this is also a single elimination tournament, so if they lose this best
sure
of 3,
yeah.
they are out.
I'm sure they would have learned a lot in this first game.
Yep, I guess we'll see from the bans next game if they think this was a draft loss or gameplay loss.
I'm definitely taking out Shadow Fiend, because I'm them.
Yeah, I mean,
This
he's
guy's a
played
monster.
well.
This guy's a
and
real monster.
to be fair, he also had no help. It's not at all unusual to see the support stacking for him, but he did it all himself and still got this scary. The
But this guy's-
Necro, I think, has also pretty much had an outstanding performance. The 809 is something.
has fallen.
Alright, 26 minutes.
Tower is under attack. Radiant victory.
Okay, so very solid performance from Cambridge in game 1. And what do you think Kings are taking from this, other than ban Shadow Fiend?
I think Cambridge is a really good side. I think Kings are a pretty good side as well. I think Kings were definitely going for like a team-oriented fight, team fight-oriented kind of lineup. They might have to switch out a little here. Probably put a bit more pressure on mid lane, get them out of some comfort zone there. And I don't know.
Yeah. I agree.
yeah.
I think that, King's lineup wasn't that bad. It did have really good team fight potential, but they were so far behind that the team fights never really happened. They just constantly... They got walked over pretty much. But
I agree.
I am going to go jump in the lobby for Game 2, and we will be back after a very short break with Game 2 of Cambridge versus Kings.
When did it become okay to be the same? Did we choose to have no choice? To be average, ordinary, or do we still have the bravery it takes to do something no one else is doing? We are Honour, and we are brave. Are you? Are you brave enough to be yourself when everyone else is being everyone else? Gurus, shiny logos, designer prices. Are you brave enough to demand an alternative? Yesterday's technology, slow speeds and inferior displays. Are you brave enough to expect more? Are you brave enough to make a change for the better? Honour, clearer, further, faster. For the brave.
Okay guys, welcome back. This is now Game 2 of King's College versus Cambridge. Cambridge are up 1-0 and have first pick as the Radiant. I'm Eric and once again joined by Kenny. Good.
I am Kenny.
I want to say
and
good
Eric,
afternoon.
I'm right. They banned the Shadow Fiend.
You are right. Is it morning there, Kenny? Kenny is live from Boston. He's currently dressed as Keeper of the Light, as he does every day.
Right. That's right. My favorite hero. That's what I love to dress as. Playing the greedy number 4.
Yep.
Right, Eric?
You need to get a big white beard on the go.
So they definitely banned the Shadow Fiend. I think Cambridge definitely demonstrated they know how to run it, especially since they're still on the Radiant. So I think that's a good ban.
Yep, correct.
And the Slaughter is a good pick as well, right? Because I think they're definitely afraid of the armor that Dazzles bring on. In the last game, I think it definitely suffered for that. So amplified damage is going to be really useful for them.
Yep, I think the expected pick now is definitely the Tusk, which, I mean, how often do we find ourselves with a Tusk available at this stage?
Yeah. So I think Cambridge is definitely going to pick it up, but we don't know if they like to play it though. So it takes a kind of specific kind of play style, right? I don't know about how you think about Tusk.
Yeah, definitely, but I would be pretty surprised if Cambridge didn't have one player who was able to play Tusk.
Yeah.
And they've gone for the Lich instead, in fact.
More lane control.
Definitely, but still a fairly unusual second pick. I guess I guess we're all instantly leaning towards dual lanes following on from that though, as the Lich +1 is extremely strong in the offlane.
Lich was like the only hero I played for like 10 years.
Really?
1 days.
Wow.
Yeah, because I suck, right? And Lich is just an easy hero to play, so...
It's true. Just constantly deny creeps.
So, took out Bane, took out Tusk.
Yeah, I'm so surprised that Tusk found his way all the way through to get banned out in the 3rd spot.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm ready. I'm excited to see what Cambridge are going to do with this Lich. I mean, it's not super unusual to see a Lich in a game, but it's definitely unusual to see it getting picked up in the first stage. The Silencer ban out from Cambridge.
I think they're definitely prepping like a... My guess is like a 4+1 kind of strategy here. That's my sense.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, we did see, we saw Kings ban out the Anti-Mage in the last game, so maybe they're setting up for a big 4 protect 1 Anti-Mage, but I don't know. I really expect dual lane to, so another Wraith King pick wouldn't go amiss either. We've seen the Ember ban again, so that's not going to be coming out. Queen has made it all the way through though, so I guess if Kings want to risk another Queen, I mean, I don't think we can blame King's Queen for the last game.
I think he actually played pretty well. It's just that I think the lanes just didn't work out, and I think the Shadow Fiend was a real monster. So
yeah, I think Queen did struggle a little bit more than he should have in the first few minutes in terms of last hits, but you know, I don't think that it was so bad that they shouldn't consider picking it again. And they've gone for Anti-Mage already.
I think they took it because they think that they think that Cambridge was preparing for that. So
Yeah, definitely a possibility that they're leaning towards picking up some hard carry, but I don't think they're in a position where they can't transition into a different style of draft. Definitely, the dual lane option is still available.
Well, Cambridge gets, Phantom Assassin. That's another hero I like. So,
Yeah, that's a fun hero.
Phantom movie from.
I'm surprised that Kings
remaining.
haven't gone for a Windrunner. The Windrunner Slardar combo is really nice. The minus armor into the focus fire is a dream combo. But we
They're
haven't.
really strong this meta as well. Yeah. Timbersaw.
Wow.
Dire team pick.
And well, we've
Do you
definitely.
think they run a safe lane Timbersaw like what Sumail and so on does these days, or just the standard off lane Timbersaw?
Well, I think maybe the Lich Timbersaw offlane is a possibility. Guarantees plenty of XP for Timbersaw, and is a pretty safe lane. Timbersaw should not die. And then maybe a safe lane Dazzle +1 bottom.
10 seconds remaining.
I mean, Timber's pretty scary. I mean, the burst damage that Timber is able to come up with is
5 seconds
pretty
remaining.
scary this patch. So,
Solid against Slardar as well. Obviously, a really nice hero against strength heroes with the stat reduction.
yeah.
Not bad against anti-mage, but there is the worry of getting mana drained once you find yourself with Bloodstone Shivas, etc., and your whole team exploding. No one wants to find themselves in that situation.
Right. Absolutely.
But definitely a slightly more unconventional draw from both teams. This is not exactly full
So they
on.
went for Queen of Pain again.
Radiant
Yep,
team
there is the Queen, so they're gonna attempt that again. I don't see. I don't think Queen is ever gonna be a bad pick for it, but yeah.
I mean, it's just a really good hero, and you could run it. I mean, technically, you could even run it as an off-lane hero. So
Yeah, I know. Fana spamming in chat loves a bit of off-lane Queen of Pain.
10 seconds remaining.
The safe lane Queen is obviously pretty standard these days as well. We saw Envy and some of the Chinese teams running that during Frankfurt, but obviously we do not expect a safe lane Queen of Pain with an
which
anti-mage.
team was it? Which team was it that ran the Mage and Queen at Frankfurt and basically just couldn't catch them at all?
10 seconds remaining.
That was a.
I'm not sure. I know that one game Secret started the game with Eternal Envy mid on anti-mage, and I was
Right.
like, this is certainly unusual. It wasn't even a lane where I was like, wow, they definitely needed to do this rotation. It was just
Right.
I don't know. I can imagine Envy in the booth just like, yeah, let me go mid. It's going to be fine. And then everything goes horribly wrong.
Team back.
Envy. What a character. But now we got a Lena mid. That's a pretty good. I mean, that matches up pretty well against Queen. So it's definitely a Timbersaw off lane, yeah? So they still need another hard carry?
We expect Timber off lane, but
Dire team pick.
I don't know. Depending what their final pick is, they could be doing some weird dual lane strategy. Cambridge might be feeling really confident after game one, and we might be about to see some weird last pick that is extremely unconventional.
They get Storm.
Storm, sure. I was going to say Faceless Void, but Storm's, I don't know. I think Void is probably
Right.
seeing less than Storm these days. I'm not even sure. Both.
I've not seen Void for like 2 patches.
I know.
What happened to it?
It's kind of boring as well. Void's quite funny, I think.
What happened to it? I mean, any thoughts on like why the meta shifted so dramatically
Did
against
I think
Void?
did the chrono cooldown get increased?
Also, but it
I
still
think-
seems like a really good pick, right? I mean, I really like the hero. It's such great lockdown ability against like, really mobile heroes like Timber or.
Yeah, I think
Right,
the universe
on the
was
mage.
too good, and they nerfed Void into the
Okay.
ground so that you couldn't play it anymore.
Okay, that's a good reason. So.
I think that's actually the reason. I think didn't it was it this? It wasn't this TI, right? It was TI 3.
I think it's TI 3. I think
where
TI
the universe
4.
just destroyed everyone on
Yeah.
thingy. So the final pick, Night
Stalker.
Stalker. Okay.
Well,
So we're going to see probably the solo offlane Slardar for Kings, and then the Wyvern and Anti-Mage safe lane and Night Stalker doing a bit of roaming. I'm a fan.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I mean,
10 seconds.
I like to see what Cambridge gets for their hard carry. I think that would be
5 seconds remaining.
I think Kings have definitely got the 4-man roaming down this time. Queen, Night Stalker, Wyvern, and Slardar can definitely find some kills by themselves while Anti-Mage farms away, which I think is kind of what they were lacking last time. Like, sure, they had the Juggernaut farming, but the other four struggled to get kills by themselves without dropping every single ult.
So really more early game pressure and try to prevent, try to take over the lanes kind of thing.
Yeah,
What
I
you're
think so.
looking for?
But yeah, I mean, huge amounts of intelligence burst and a final pick PL. Okay.
PL's great against Anti-Mage, right? I mean, before, I don't know. Is it good against Anti-Mage?
I think
All that cleave?
obviously the cleave is annoying, but I think if once you have Diffuser on PL and you just come online so much sooner than you, and you can just burn away Anti-Mage's mana and kill him. I think in the maybe once it goes late enough, Anti-Mage is probably slightly preferable with the better split pushing. I do miss the old PL, to be honest. I don't know about you. I know a lot of people like the new
old Dota 1 PL or the buff PL?
the loader Radiant split pushing PL, which everyone hated.
Oh yeah.
I know a lot of people prefer this fighting style, but I just love split pushing with Radiance. It's so fun. It's not fun to watch though, but it is fun to play. Okay, so do you want to introduce? I don't know. Who do you want to introduce? Cambridge.
Sure. So on the Cambridge side, this game we have Birch playing the Timbersaw on the offlane Timbersaw. Port-wise, 5/7's playing the Dazzle, which did a great job last game. We also have the Lich, and then we have Lina, played by this Luffy probably on mid,
30 seconds.
and we have probably a safe lane Yell, played by a Korean player, and we're still going to continue calling him PL.
Okay, Fezzies.
Sure. And on the Diet side, Eric, you want to do the honors?
Yeah, sure. On offlane Slardar, we have got Rubber Dinghy Rapids. I'm a big fan of that name. Very cool.
Very
Mid lane,
cool.
we have got. I can only assume that we're going to have a Queen, unless they are going to do some Team Secret madness with this.
The battle begins.
With the Anti-Mage. And then safe lane, we've got Anti-Mage, and we're calling him Queen, right? With that crazy
Yep.
name. Jukebox on the Wyvern, and finally Giraffe on Night Stalker. And I guess we expect some roaming from Night Stalker as soon as we hit the 4-minute night time.
I think Night Stalker is such an interesting hero. I love watching Fear play Night Stalker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we do see the dual lane I expected, the Lich Timbersaw. And Burge is probably going to get quite a lot of farm in this lane. The Anti-Mage did get a reasonable block off, so it's not too far towards the Radiant Tower, but with the Lich Deny, it's only a matter of time until Timbersaw is living the dream.
I mean, a lot is going to rest on AM. Really, they have to protect AM, make sure it gets a really strong, maybe like 15-16 minute battle fury.
Yep, and I think he's got a reasonable chance, but as soon as you have a Lich against you, you straight away just lose a quarter of your farm, and that's no fun.
How do you think they're going to shut down PL this game? Rotations?
I definitely expect that we're going to see a lot of roaming coming out from Kings pretty early on in this game. And
Oh, because an action on top.
yep, nothing comes of it in the end though. Killing PL is pretty annoying these days with the illusion spam, but I think they definitely do have enough pick-off potential with the Night Stalker science. Whether or not they can actually get the kills, I guess, is a whole other question with the Dazzle sap to protect him.
So, I think Lena's probably winning the early
Radiant's bottom
mid
tower
exchange.
is under attack.
It's pretty even mid right now. I think this is generally probably one of the more even mid matchups. Probably slightly more kill potential for Lena once she, just because her spells are maybe a little bit more spammable, the ultimate particularly. But I think both of them should get some reasonable farm. Dazzle is going to pick up an Invis rune. Not a great deal that Invis Dazzles can do though, sadly.
Right. Okay, Lena's gonna pick up a bottle pretty soon.
Yep, and the mini bounty hunter is already making a bottle delivery for Shat. He's going to be happy.
Yep.
Giraffe is doing a potential wraparound here on top lane. We might see some action here. I guess the dream target is Lich. Lich is definitely not in a happy position. And there is the...
Look at him burst.
No Void from Giraffe. And does he get with Deny? No. Puppy would be disappointed. Where's the Deny at yet? And Lich goes down. Burge should be fine though. He's already got a point in his shield, so he's going to be too tanky to die, I believe.
Yep. PL's doing pretty well in bottom lane.
Yeah, I mean, PL should be free farming. It's not a disastrous lane for Slardar. We hope that he is going to get a relatively fast Blink Dagger. And another fight breaking out top here. They've gone on Anti-Mage. And Burge may have overextended here. If we do the... Oh no, he misses the chain, which I think is going to cost him his life. Does pop off the heal. And Anti-Mage is overextended. Oh my god. Burge still alive. The heal is doing so much work. The 5 stacks. Constantly regenerating. Wyvern goes down as well. This is going to be
so tough, man. That's going to be really tough on Dire.
Yeah, I think Giraffe is going to die here as well. Wow.
Great play. Great play throughout.
I can only imagine the things that are being said in King's TeamSpeak right now. I imagine that some swear words have just come out.
It's gonna be tough.
It's
So
gonna.
he's going for this. Okay. 1-1-1 build. And stats all the way. Burning build.
I think it's got to be a burning bit. Definitely at least 2 points in stats. Then maybe max blink after that. But wow, that trade top. I mean, it's not a trade, right? I mean, those death top absolutely disastrous.
Just really unlucky though. I mean, Timber missed chain.
It is unlucky, but does it also maybe show a bit of maybe they're not too used to playing against Timber because he is so tanky. The armor and HP regen from reactive armor is just it's so strong early on. It's part of the reason why he's such a good offlaner.
Timber's gonna get the mana boots pretty soon.
Yep. Wow. Anti-Mage considers hitting Timber to burn some mana, but quickly realizes he's going to lose a lot of health if he does try that.
Queen just died. QP just died.
Well, Queen dies to the rotation, but they do get the trade. Night Stalker very early.
Yep, Timber just got his mana boots. Just gonna keep spamming it now.
Oh wow.
Wow, look at how much burst that is.
This dual lane is just so strong. Oh my god, does he get... Oh, I think he's going to overextend here. God.
Scary, right? It was really scary.
Yep.
The burst damage from Timber these days.
I mean, I massively doubted this the Lich pick, but combined with the Timbersaw, this is just such a strong lane.
Yeah.
Anti-Mage is not having a good time at all. I mean, sure, he's got 14 last hits, but he's been sent back to base. He's died once. And 14 last hits is pretty
14
bad.
last is not great. It's not great. So 6 minutes in.
Not great is probably quite generous. I think bad is probably... You're too nice, Kenny.
You know. Well, I'm happy if I get 2 at 6 minutes in. So you know.
Don't put
it's all
yourself down,
relative.
Kenny.
So.
I think this is what happens when this is because you couldn't read his name. He's got bad luck now.
Maybe. I mean, the burst damage of Timber, I'm sorry I'm saying this for like a third time, but I think it's slightly OP. I don't know about what you think, but I think it's slightly OP.
I'm not sure I'd go as far as to say OP, but it's definitely strong. I honestly think part of the reason is they might not be very used to playing against it. Like, there was a period when Ice was playing it a lot, when you would always see it in pubs, but nowadays you don't see Timber that much, do you, actually?
Well, it's coming back on because Sumail has started playing it, so...
Yep, and all the cool kids like to copy Sumail. Rumour on the street is that Night Stalker has spelt giraffe incorrectly.
Oh.
Is that true?
Oh, AM just nearly died. Oh! Queen just... Oh, see? He still took it. Wow.
Timber dies as well, though. I wish I could tell you that I didn't just miss 3 kills while I was looking at how Night Stalker spelled his name. But I did. I blame HoloCham for that one.
It's 2 for 1, but I'm pretty certain that, you know, Cambridge is actually pretty happy with that exchange. Because if AM doesn't get off to a good start, I think it's just going to be a really tough game for them.
Yeah, that is definitely true. They need to sit on Anti-Mage's back a little way into this game. And even then, they've still got the PL to worry about.
PL's level 6.
What build do you expect from PL?
Well, I think BL's having a pretty good time. You know, okay, he's going to get his first kill, I think.
Or not. Rotation from Giraffe. Who knows if it's mill spell or
he's
not.
gonna die.
Onto PL. And there we see the escape I was talking about.
This is
Not
the
sure that the
grave.
grave was necessary there. That was very early from
Bit too
5-7.
early, the grave.
Wow, and that cost PL his life. We saw some really nice graves from 5-7 last game, but that one definitely
That was
has to be
probably
questioned.
Too early. Just a little bit too early.
Lina in trouble here. Anti-mage and Queen blinking on top of her. No ultimate on Queen of Pain, so she is going to get away. And they do not want to dive into the Light Strike array. That is a mistake we see all too often, I fear.
Lena's still not that close yet to her use, I guess.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a Yules. She's not that close to it, but she is having a good time there.
Yep.
She's beating the Queen. I mean, fair enough, the Queen has made rotations, and she has made some stuff happen. But but still, we expect more last hits. Big dive going on top. Winter Wyvern has gone
Timber
down.
just took out Wyvern.
But this is going to end up being a pretty bad trade with Lich and Burge going down. And
Oh,
Giraffe.
the Night Stalker's having a great game.
Yep. I
On
think
point.
whether or not his name is spelled correctly, he's doing work.
Yep.
He's showing the haters in chat that he doesn't care.
The
And
game's pretty even right now.
Denied.
Still slightly favoring Cambridge.
yep, I agree. But I think in this game, maybe Kings do have the slight late game advantage. I think the
Why would? So, what's your reasoning behind that? AM?
yeah, I mean, I do think PL is probably better than anti-mage in a fighting way, but not a split pushing way. And I think in terms of the other characters, Lich is going to fall off a lot, whereas Wyvern and Night Stalker are just going to stay relevant for the entire game. Burge is
That's
going
true.
in deep again. We do have the double rotation coming out from Giraffe and Jukebox, and this could easily get dangerous.
Oh, AM's gonna die! Again!
Wow. I think that they were deliberately baiting with the anti-mage, but they just underestimate the amount of damage that this Timbersaw is going to put out. And if Burge gets away here, he is going to be very happy. And he does indeed. Just
He's died 3 times in the first 10 minutes. That's no good.
that is no good at all. And
That
Burge
is no good.
does get away. So sure, there's a trade, but it's a Lich for an anti-mage. No one enjoys the Lich for anti-mage situation.
Yep.
Well. Meanwhile, PL farms away, and I think before about 6 fights kicked off across the map, the last question I asked was, what do you think PL's going to build?
I
And
mean, I think just
once
like
again, a
we
fight has
said,
gone off top. Oh my god, anti-mage gets really low. Giraffe does clean up the Lich on the background, and I think Burge might finally be losing his life. But no, here's the rotation from 5-7 on Dazzle. Is he going to time the grave this time, or does he even need
This
to?
kid's great, man. He's playing a great Timber.
He is indeed. Very, very convincing
really good
for
Timber.
Burge, is that correct? Yeah, Burge.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Lena's absolutely crushing the lane. She's more than 1,700 more than the next nearest hero on Dire. Top 3 heroes are all on Cambridge side. I don't know, if I'm PL, I'll just probably just go with standard. I'll just get Fusel Blade and Manta after that, and
Yep.
yeah, I'll just
I think I quite like the after the Aquila getting a Yasha, and then you can just abuse the farming speed so much in the jungle.
yep. I mean, I would love to be PL this game. I mean, keep farming my way. So
Yep,
I like
farming's
that.
always fun, right?
Radiant's middle
Farming's
tower
fun.
is under attack.
And
why do I
he-
care about my teammates?
he's
Who
bought his
cares
first
about
item, which is going to be the Boots of Travel for PL.
Yep.
So we're going to see some split pushing coming out of him. Even though his split pushing has been nerfed, he's still going to make it happen just by being around. He's going to get bottom room, which is a regen. A fight is going down. There's the defusal on Lina, and it results in a kill on Queen of Pain.
Yep.
And that is exactly what you want to happen when you reveal your Yules.
The Timber's actually not even that far away from his Bloodstone. So I think it's going to be like a 15-16 minute Bloodstone.
Yep, definitely, and that is very, very scary. And
That
with
is very scary.
the new intelligence items on 6.85, the Octarine, I'm quite a big fan of the Octarine on Timber.
Well, yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's a great item. I mean, basically have no cooldown on anything.
Yep.
So
I mean, sure, it goes from low cooldown to low cooldown, but
Yeah.
a bit of a life.
Two temperature. Oh, check it out.
He goes in, but misses. He is very low on mana. I think once Anti-Mage gets level 11, he's gonna be constantly clicking on Timbersaw to assess the mana levels.
Yep. Absolutely.
We do have a big pickup coming up for Kings very shortly. And there it is, the blink on Slardar. So now we've got this little kind of purple team, the Night Stalker, Slardar, who have got so much kill potential.
I mean, I'm looking at Anti-Mage right now, and best case scenario, you're looking at might be like a 20-minute BF.
20-minute. Lina does get another kill with Eul's Scepter there on the Queen of Pain. But we should be expecting something to happen top lane. Oh dear. Slardar reveals the blink and the Radiant casually walk away.
Yep. But 20 minutes Battle Fury, I think that's asking too much from the team.
It is asking a lot, but I don't know. If Slardar and Night Stalker can make enough happen, then maybe he'll have a chance. But it is such a hard lane when you're against a Lina. Night Stalker is chasing Lina down here. There's Luffy. She has the Yules, so she definitely can buy some time for her team to arrive.
I think she's gonna get out.
Oh, really nice blink from Slardar.
Okay.
Gets the double stun, and we should be seeing some kills here.
Oh,
a really nice grave from Dazzle there. Saves PL.
Awesome heal bombs. Oh, Anti-Mage just got his first kill.
Oh, a bit of an overextension from Lina there. Overstays her welcome slightly and dies to Night Stalker. Queen does waste the ult and get absolutely nothing for it. And is it going to cost her a life? Oh, wow. TP's out with like 40 HP. Night Stalker now... I don't think he's even in trouble. He may be happy to try and cash in a bonus kill here.
Queen of Pain nearly died as well, but managed to get out. But I think this
no.
Night Stalker is up.
I think he should have just walked away there. I mean, maybe if he instantly picked the right PL, he had a chance of killing him. But...
Yeah, but I think they really just wanted like a bit more pressure, and they feel compelled that they really need to exert more pressure. Really are worried that PL is going to get too big, so...
It's true, and it's definitely a valid concern, because PL is going to be scary. He is going the Yasha. Maybe he's either going Yasha or Diffusal next, either of which are going to increase his farming speed, and potentially his skill potential. Anti-Mage has retired off to the jungle. He's had enough of this. Oh no. I hate casting Lina games, because you're just constantly killing people with Yules. I think I've missed like 3 or 4 kills by Lina. I'm so sorry, guys.
Such a great hero, though. I mean, so fun.
It is fun, yeah. It is fun. It is annoying though.
You build like damage items for your Lina if you have a good game, or you just go with the standard Bloodstone, Octarines, Aghanim's kind of build.
Yeah, I pretty much always go for I think the Yule's Ags. There are very few situations I think where the Ags isn't good. And I don't think this is an exception, because we pretty much expect Queen and Night Stalker to consider BKBs eventually, so... But no, I like that build. I like the Bloodstone build.
I've seen some Desolator builds. That's pretty scary as well.
Yeah, it can be. The only problem is, I think with that build is like, if you're ahead and you build it, it can be fun. But you can then find yourself screwed if you suddenly lose a team fight and you're like, oh wait, why have I got a Desolator?
True.
I think considering how seriously KCL, how seriously Cambridge took last game, even when they were ahead, I would expect them not to go for any weird item builds. Rubber Dinghy Rapids might be in a little bit of trouble here. He is about to find Burge coming after him. And there's a dead Slardar. I think Wyvern is about to ask himself the question of, why did I just TP top? Oh wow, another missed chain from Burge. And we now have 4 top. They all want to cash in on however much gold Timber is worth. Surely he doesn't get away here. Oh my god.
Timber's not gonna survive.
And there's a 500 gold for Queen of Pain. Is 5-7 about to become a bonus kill? Lina does come in and does certainly put down a lot of damage, but it's on about 3 different targets, which is not ideal. And I think another pretty good grave from Dazzle. Turns out not to be necessary, but wow.
Great, brave.
Yep.
Dazzle is really playing really well.
There
I
are
mean,
some
last game as well, right? So
there are some rumors in chat that Dazzle is a stand-in, and if that is the case, then wow, that is a very convincing stand-in.
wow,
Okay, so
he's really impressing. He's really impressing on the Dazzle.
yeah, and that is a very, very bad trade. I mean, sure, we agreed that Burge potentially dived too hard, but maybe it was all a deliberate bait, because the entire of the Dire team rotated and they all died.
So
Meanwhile,
I think AM is going to take about 22 minutes for his Battle Fury.
every time you get to the original estimate, you just add a couple more minutes
Yeah,
on.
I just added 2 more minutes now.
Yeah.
Because they just put so much early pressure on him, so it's tough.
Yep, they've played really well against the anti-mage pick, and the Lich pick has definitely paid off in the top lane. And while all this fighting and excitement's been going on, PL's just casually farming away.
Casually farming up. I haven't looked at his items. Okay,
20
it's
gold from the diffusal blade, and then maybe he'll join the fight. I don't know. Maybe he'll go finish his Vlads and just jam for a bit more, because he's in no rush to get involved. His team are perfectly capable of winning the game by themselves, it would appear.
Well, I think he'll probably even skip the flats and just go straight for Manta. Or maybe even Radiant.
And that time, Lina does not even need to use the ult. Casually kills Wyvern before getting on with her push.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
So if you're Kings right now, what would you do?
Oh no, we asked ourselves this question last game and the answer was pretty much cry, and I think we're already in a similar situation. Okay, it's not quite as bad,
Dire's top
but I think, honestly, the rotations from Kings just haven't been that convincing. We saw Night Stalker make some big plays early on, but as soon as they get behind, it seems like they fall apart a little bit.
Yeah, I think King still has some comeback mechanism here. I mean, really need to pick off somehow, find a couple of pickups on the PL probably. Yeah, not like that, but somehow, get a pick off on PL.
Yep.
Slow down the Lina, get some map control back. I think it's still possible.
I think it's possible, but it's just such a hard anti-mage game. Lina and PL, both of who are pretty strong against you. And that is a dead Slardar.
Yeah, okay.
Timber's diving in as well on Giraffe.
Diving in.
Okay, Anti-Mage is trying to delay his Battle Fury a little bit more by coming in for a fight.
Oh, dear.
No, here we see PL's Diffusal coming in on the Queen of Pain. He is getting low
coming
there.
in from the top. He get back again.
Nice defensive play from Lina there, uses herself, and that is going to save her and secure the kill on Queen.
Dead.
And that is a wipe. And
Wipe.
I don't know what to say. Extremely convincing performance from Cambridge.
I think it's just a little bit too tough right now.
Yeah. I mean, we see almost an identical copy of the fight we saw top. Burge goes in, baits, the entirety of the Dire rotate, and then they all die.
So they're going to take the tier 2 as well, probably.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Yep. And potentially they'll go further, but I guess we would expect them to take Roshan before
Dire's
they
middle
push high
tower
ground.
has fallen.
Especially as they have quite a few strong Aegis heroes, with Lina and Timber both being really strong with Aegis. Timber,
And,
potentially
yeah.
one of the strongest heroes in the game with Aegis, actually, with the exception of
Dire's
Storm.
really scary with the high ground defense, right? I mean, you don't really have any big skills that's going to frighten you.
Yep,
Going-
the only thing that will eventually frighten them will be the Ag's ultimate on Queen, which she has been
Yep.
forced to go for again. Even though, once again, I'm sure she would have preferred to go Orchid for this, for the Timber and Lina. But no choice, has to build the base defense items.
Still pretty far though. I mean,
And
still,
it's
like,
22 minutes, the Battle Fury isn't up, and Anti-Mage is dead.
dead.
So, do you want to revise your estimate on the Battle Fury?
Okay, so that's going to add another 2 minutes, I guess.
Are you sure? It might. I think it's more than 2 minutes.
3 minutes. 3 minutes.
Okay,
yeah,
we'll go for
probably.
25.
Yep. 25 minutes. I think that's too late. I think basically that's just gonna that just takes up too much space on the map.
Wow. Something that's slipped by us slightly is Lich has just casually picked up an Orchid.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Because, you know,
It just
that's an item that you have at 20 minutes as position for.
I've never seen that before, but you learn something new every day, so...
Well, I mean, it's definitely nice against this Lina. Not Lina, sorry. Against the Queen of Pain, having an Orchid.
Yeah.
Especially as, let's face it, Queen is not getting a BKB anytime soon, right?
Yep.
And someone in chat has just said, if anyone from KCL is watching, please stop trying to fight. And I'm inclined to agree with them, but they are not inclined to agree. They've smoked up and they have walked straight into GameBridge.
Oh, this will be interesting. Oh, look at the burst!
Wow. This Luffy has taken so much damage, but they're saved by the Dazzle Grave, and they are just chasing him down so much. They've committed so much to that Lina kill.
So do you think KCL is just outplayed or outdrafted, or what do you think?
I think in game 1, the drafts were... There's the GG call.
Oh, there's a GG well played.
And Cambridge take convincing 2-0. I think in game 2, maybe there was a bit of outplaying going on. I think in game... I don't know. Game 1, I honestly think they lost so much to not changing the Necro Darkseer lane.
Absolutely.
But overall, extremely convincing performance from Cambridge, who have now won 2-0, and they will proceed to the next round. So they're only now one best of 3 away from finding themselves at the LAN finals of the Heritage.
Well, congratulations as well to Cambridge and as well to King's College. I think they played really well as well. But you know, we win some, we lose some.
Yeah, I don't think they'll be too disappointed. I mean, honestly, Cambridge played really well, and they weren't the most even games we've ever seen, we could certainly say, but...
And we all had fun watching, which is really awesome.
That's the main thing, Kenny, and we had fun casting too. So let's take a quick look at the bracket before we head off. We've just watched Cambridge versus Kings, which I now can't find. Oh, it's over here, on the right. So Cambridge are now proceeding to the next round, the round of 8, and will be facing the winner of Warwick versus Glasgow. Interesting.
That looks really interesting game as well.
Yep, but the next game coming up for the Heritage is tomorrow. It's at 5 PM. It's going to be cast by Max is on Fire, and it is Queen Mary's versus Birmingham tomorrow, right here at 5 PM. Why would you miss it? I mean, who would miss it? All the cool kids are going to be there, right?
Yeah, absolutely. This really awesome university, really competitive games. I mean, honestly, I was really surprised at how high quality it is.
Yep.
On the players were really awesome.
The games are only going to get better as we go along, we hope. So thanks so much for watching, guys. As I said, the next game is tomorrow, 5 PM, Queen Mary's versus Birmingham. For one last time before we head off, do the competition. You can win a phone, it's right here. Actually, it's not right here. This one I'm stealing for myself. You can win an Honor 7, it's right there. It's shiny. Let's unlock it.
I want it.
Do you want it? I don't know, it's pretty nice. I mean, I'm not an Android person, but I keep playing with it. And yeah, it's nice. I'm not just going to sit playing with it on stream because that's no fun for anyone. So be here tomorrow, 5 PM, and you can enjoy Max is on Fire presenting Queen Mary's versus Birmingham. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Any final words, Kenny?
No, just had a lot of fun, and I think both teams played really well. And yeah, look forward to the game tomorrow.
Okay, thanks so much for watching, guys, and see you tomorrow.
See you guys tomorrow.